Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Northern Irish Premier League division here on the SLS League. Today is round 14. It's me, Chan Megahouse, ready for another round. Just hoping that somebody is checking. We have Mr. Hans here, Super Hans, ready to manage his teams tonight. Mr. Manager, guten Abend. And you can see, just looking at that table, you would not want to be manager of Glebe. Or would you? I like Glebe. It's all good fun. Are we streaming? Are we going? I want to check that because there's much what's going on. Otherwise, I'm talking to nobody. Let me have a check. Live. Yeah, all is good. Right. Okay. So, anyway, today's fixtures in the Premier League. We've got Antrim versus Portrush. Portrush on a bad run of form. Antrim also slipping up a little bit recently, but they've been doing well in the Cup and have a semi-final to come up against Drumore, of course, from the First Division. Big time Belfast and GPR top two clash in a massive match tonight. Fantastic, great to see. That is on. Also, Ballycastle versus Shillelaghs. Then Castle Draft versus Samba. Castle Draft have been in, doing very, very well this season, haven't they? Not quite the best shape recently, but a few injuries and things need to iron themselves out. Good evening, Scott. Welcome live from sunny world. Hope you're having a good time. Sound is back. Oh, did the sound drift off? I don't know whether it was just me being quiet or not. And it's Castle Extra Stout versus Glebe in the First Division. We can see we've got Updraft away to Cliftonville, Coleraine take on Drumore, and Cookstown versus Crusaders. And the table is as follows there with Drumore 4 points clear, but the Updraft and Cookstown have played each other twice this season. So, that's why the points are being taken away from each other. Drumore have been beaten by Cookstown. And I can't remember what the other ones are. Drumore have beaten Cookstown. Actually, have we played Cookstown twice? I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the games. Here we go. So we go straight in with Ballycastle versus Shillelaghs. In fact, we should play the First Division games first up. So we'll kick off tonight with league leaders Drumore. They had a big game last time in the Cup, so they've made changes again, brought in basically effectively their first team with Cotrea back in midfield, fresh off a 10 out of 10 performance last time out. So let's see if we can get on. Maxim Sigalko, 15 league goals, 5 in the Cup. We'll kick off the game today against Coleraine. Jim McDonald refereeing. Is the team with Gus Hurdle. So an early start. Sigalko's hit the post in the first minute of the game. Coleraine took the ball down there into the other end of the pitch instead. Brosek with a chance. Saves. Gives me plenty of opportunities for Drumore during this match, but they need to score some. Sigalko 3 chances in a row there and scores with his 4th shot, taking it 1-0 just around 10 minutes in. Kivu scores, and that's not a penalty for him. So good to see he's scoring from open play now as well. Sigalko with another chance, good save from the goalkeeper who's going to have a lot to do. Said's been booked. He's got a hat-trick last game in the Cup. I think he only got an 8 out of 10. Lumpy chances. Oh, Said off injured. It's not been the best game for him, has it at all? So Mark Kerr is just going to play in that role. More chances. Kivu with a shot. Brosek falls to him. He didn't shoot though. More shots. Plenty of them. Agahawa missing the target now. Just 2 up. 2 is difficult. I think that's Tommy Mutton's team, isn't it, this one? And in those last few minutes before half time, a third would be good. And Agahawa gets the third. Assist from Cotrea and Sigalko in the first half. And there is half time. Looking comfortable with 16 attempts on goal Chris Anderson playing the 8 so far, and that would be something to do with his 9 first half saves. We'll play on. There's been some interesting performances, some average ones, some very good. Agaho with more chances. Sigalko has had 8 shots. Curtis off putting them all wide. And Agaho with more chances. Curtis off again. Sigalko with another one. But no more goals yet. Brosek missing the target. There'll be a chance for another change. Some players not performing to their best here. And Pavel Brosek is the one who's going to be withdrawn. Coming on is going to be Rovniko. And so Kerr will move in. And Kodrea will move back. And Lunt will play infield. I'm guessing Kerr's picked up an injury because he seems to be the least fit player in the team. But let's continue. More chances. Joe Cole with... He didn't shoot. He didn't shoot. I'm sure it said that he did, but he didn't. Sigalko more chances. Still just 3. They are usually good for 4. Just over 10 minutes left. And there it is. It's Kodrea getting one. And Sigalko making it 5. With his 12th shot. It's a penalty. And keeper had it saved by the substitute goalkeeper. Unbelievable. So this time he scores some open play and doesn't get the goal to make it 6. He must be gutted. Kodrea consecutive 10s. There, that is a lot of passes, a lot of key passes from Sigalko as well. 4 for Kodrea as well, and 4 for Kutuzov. So many. 30 shots, the first team to hit just treble figures. It's not treble figures. Yeah, imagine that. 100 shots. And well played Tommy Mutton, who had 1 attempt at goal. Ian Martin making the save. I'm sure he's been on before. Yeah, he might have been on in the cup, potentially for an Anderson red card. Yes. We move in and we go to Cookstown. Cookstown, who last match won 4-0 against Glenavon. This time round, line up like this, so changes in terms of the kit, but not really personnel, I don't think. It looks all very similar. And John Terry captains the side. Oh, a little bit of a tickly throat, so while the game gets kicked off, Professor Stephen Hawking refereeing this one. Let's see if his eyesight is up to scratch. Have a quick drink as the game kicks off. We already have a goal. It didn't take me long to miss one. It was almost 2. Huntelaar scored the opener. Then now there is a second goal. And Carlos Jacks has it. John Welsh has an assist. It's a very, very powerful, positive start from Cookstown. Can they make it 3? Oh, side netting's been hit. And another chance for Carlos Jacks as well. We have 6 outfielders who've already had a shot. Very, very attacking edge to this Cookstown side. Not wasting the chances that they're getting here. They have 2 up. Had 1 ruled out for offside. They'll go to half time. 9 shots, 4 on target. I do remember, Scott, I will watch your second half from the overview, of course, with your own team. Thank you. I just remember that one now, having just gone into habits. Any changes here? Strand. I just check in terms of messages. It was yeah. Hopefully I'll wait just to give you a bit of a chance. Play on. Wonderful. 2 and 7 minutes gone. Almost getting an early second half goal. We've gone through a lot more time in this half without getting a chance than previously. Crusaders trying to get back into this one. The substitutes with the Hammett spinning top formation. Espinal Shin injury and also stamina of 10. Understandable there. Ratings wise, it's just John Terry who's not performing. Oh, what a shame. Will we see any of these subs? The old Shinjiri, indeed. Shinjiri Kagawa. Roll. We shall roll. And we shall roll forward into still 2-0. There must be a third. Jax has missed the target. This cannot end 2-0. They were so lively early on. Just over 15,000 watching First Division football. Lots of empty seats, but also lots of promise in these teams heading towards next season as well, where at least one of the teams we watched tonight will be playing in the First Division. A late chances at Crusaders goal, and Tolan has pulled one back. Jody Tolan, not Joe Dolan from Millwall, but Jody Tolan. Horace Stout playing another 8. He's having a good season, so he's conceded 1,000 goals. Head over and look at Carlos Jax there with his 9 out of 10 and man of the match. Welsh it was with that assist, of course. And only 13 shots. It looks like they were going to have an absolute barrow load, but didn't quite turn out as it was going to be. And into the next match we go to watch Castle Clear. So they've got David Prutton out with a bit of an injury. Captain for this team is David Dunn. Last match it was Prutton in, but good Joey Johnson is in to replace the injury. He's got the attributes of a defender. Should be able to do a decent job. And we shall see how they get on in their big game against Cliftonville. Cliftonville with David Gimp refereeing. Looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Pat Wall, of course, big goal scorer this season. Doing a good job. I think did he get a hat-trick or was it just 2 in a previous game? He's looking very, very lively indeed. I watched from this view, but obviously, Mr. Manager, if you want to watch from a different view, please let me know. It was all updraft early on, yet the text was for Cliftonville. Michael has one disallowed, and Donovan has had a chance, but off target. Owen this time converts it into a goal. Cliftonville with a chance to pull one back, but didn't quite make it. The referee likes rubber. The masked ref, Greg, injured. One piece of action for both teams it is so far. It's 1-0. The goal that counts for Michael Owen. 25 minutes gone. Stan Meadow has been sent off. I'm going to guess of that, but obviously can undo if there's anything that needs changing there. Gunter, if you want to make anything there, just let me know. Remember it's 71% fitness. That's quite a chant. Quite a chant. That's good. Let's play. Still 1-0. And the 10 men are now doing better. Michael Owen is scoring 14 minutes after the red. And nearly a third. Not quite. Keane and Donovan coming close. 12 shots in the first half. Looking decent. Cliftonville with their 1. And, of course, Chris Scannell. When you think about which player it's going to be, you think Chris Scannell. I thought Pat Wall, to be honest. Quick look in here. Fitness looking fine. Any changes tactically? classic football match tonight. Boreham Wood 4, Dorking 3. Move Joey Johnson to defensive mid. So is that the one centre back like that, or did you want it to just go like that? I'm going to move it there at the moment as it is. An arrow like that. Just let me know if you want the arrow putting back to the right. But I would assume this. I might be. Yeah, that's good. Hey, the stream's definitely a bit faster today. Here I am in solitude. We go into the second half. No, that's good. No, that's good. I like it. Wonderful. If I've got it wrong, let me know. Keen. I've got it right. Okay. I've got it right because it's 3-0. So he goes coming up. Pat Wall just could not finish it off. The instruction. The player is an instruction. That's a good chant as well. Everyone fitness-wise is fine. Mido, the only one of 6. I think you should take him off. I think that's what I reckon about Mido. The others doing a job. Yakubu on an 8 now. Has a chance to improve on his goal tally for this season. He's doing a good job. Yeah, that's good. No, that's good. Let it play, please. I shall. 2,000 fans are attending this masterclass from the updraft. Owen nearly makes it 4. He's certainly challenging on the goal front this season. The game is potentially petering out a little bit here. Oh, chances of Wall has just missed. A glorious chance. Donovan, Yakubu involved, but still no 4th. I can't believe it hasn't been gone for with all these chances. But a win's a win, and the points are there, and all 3 teams have done what they need to do. 19 shots on any other day would be superb. But with 30 from one team today. Plenty of passes from Yakubu. Looked like the game was going through him at times. Keane and Owen on their 10 out of 10 performances. Well done. Okay, so it now takes us to Antrim versus Portrush. So we're going to the order. We'll leave the top of the table clash for the end of the day. But Paul Scholes has wanted a new contract. He's been offered one. Notice he's now amongst the substitutes. Tomasi is back, but to be honest, with the form of Paredes on 7.83 average rating and Ndai 7.64, Tomasi now goes into the middle of midfield, part of a run. So strengthening that area of the pitch rather than changing what has been working further back. Team hasn't been doing the best recently, but the form of Vrisas has been noticed there. 9 goals in the league so far this season. Yeah, Donovan 7 was actually seemed to do quite a lot of action. I'd agree there. For Antrim, Pirlo and Okocha cannot seem to play in the same team for very long at all. So with Pirlo missing, Deco comes in to partner Okocha. Ryan Williams is in for Habib Jafar, and we see that Ferrari gets a start today as he is preferred to Stephen Reid, who's back amongst the substitutes. So maybe other changes, but I'm just highlighting a few there. Good luck, Scott. I hope that you have a lovely match. Dick Tucker, the referee. We'll watch it from here so we can just keep an eye on all players. So the early pressures from nobody. 10 minutes in, and finally there is something going on, and Vrisas smashes it over the bar. More chances. Loads of them for Vrisas, and he seems to not want to put them on target. Zambrotta gets the goal. He's had a couple of 10 out of 10 performances recently as well. But coming forward, Antrim, they've not tested Toldo yet. they will be hoping that David Welsh's form can really bring them forward. He's been on tremendous this season, hasn't he? Frisas gets his 10th of the season. It looked like a mistake from Butts. Goalkeepers have been letting some teams down this season. And I suppose you would say the ability-wise, the team should be at this kind of score. But Antrim, you just thought they had a little bit more about them. 5 for Welsh, Hope, Dalma, and Ejiofor at half-time. That must be a bit of a blow to Scott. Team haven't been doing too well, to be honest, but they have been quite outplayed. We've got all players, Dalma on 84 and Deco 85. Everyone else, well, everyone's looking all right from that position there, aren't they? Just quick check, any changes there for you, Scott? Play to 60. And things will be left as they are, but Balmer is being watched for potential injury here. Volodenkov likely to come on at 60. Okay. Welsh missing the target. Some relief to Toldo this game that he's been not as prolific as he has been recently. Must be some relief. 55 minutes in and subs are fast approaching. Veron coming close. Some players have improved, but it's still Ejiofor and Hope on 5s. Hope has been brilliant this season, so not quite sure what it is about his performance today. There's some big names playing well for Portrush, I guess. Have a quick check over at Portrush. Yeah, so it will be Balmer in the only change coming off. Volodenkov is in a very simple substitution. Back over to Antrim to have a look. Is only Makovsky, I think, could be brought on. Deco, maybe. Deco's on a 7 though, so who knows? I mean, it's Jafar for Williams. Jafar isn't on your bench. You only got your 3 subs there, Makovsky, Reed and Cole. That's the 3 subs you named, unfortunately. So I haven't got Jafar on the bench. Could be Reed. I suppose a good thing about the way that we set up this league is that I can't make set the teams up wrong because I don't set up the teams that aren't mine. Phew. See if we get a different swap instead. I'm just not seeing anything at the moment, but give time, obviously. Signal could be an issue. What else is going on? Get that. I only got Jafar for Williams, but he isn't on your bench. That's the only thing I've got. If there's anything else, just send me a text. Just I haven't got anything else. Got Jafar for Williams, and then get that. So yeah, Mikulski, Reed, Cole on the bench. Yeah, Jafar's not on the bench. I just sent a text as well. Oh, the realization kicks in. Don't worry about that. Read and swap Dharma. Yes, can do that, obviously. All good. Read for Williams. and Dharma. That's up there. Lovely. I'm guessing that's it from that one. Portrush made their changes as well. We head into the final half hour. Volodenkov coming on and looking like he's up for it. And Frisas has scored it. Oh no, he didn't. Frisas must have settled Veron. He got the assist, moved up to 10 out of 10. Deco going for something extremely ambitious. Chris Hope on a 4. Wow. Please get him up to a 5 before the end of the game. Veron cannot miss and didn't. It is 4. Hans-Jörg Butt seems to have improved from a 5 to a 7 despite conceding more. So he must have been facing a real barrage. Nahajchik, look at the credit he gets from that game there. 9 out of 10. He has done a job. Unlucky Scott, that's Portrush finding form today. I don't know whether the Tomasi moving to midfield has done something or it's just a bad day at the office for Antrim. But yeah, Chris Holt, only 30 passes. Sometimes, you can see him hit 80 something. Not in this league this season though. I love Cole, plenty of tackles, and Nahajchik key tackles. Well played to him. And yeah, Frisas with 2 assists and 5 key passes in his 1 goal fest. Brutal. Yes. But Nahajchik comes out absolutely credit. I'll just put that in if you're on mute. Right, we move on. Glebe and Castle extra stout. Glebe, I think, have gone unchanged. Yeah. And that's despite not scoring goals. It looked fairly okay last game. So they will go into another one. They scored 7 this season. At least they'll be leading the front, leading the line, 7-7-8, but no goals. And for Stout, who beat Portrush last time round, what a great performance that was for them. You see Abdel Hafiz, I think that's for the first time this season, has dropped out Aldo Ducha, Mr. Austria-Argentina. Comes in for a complete debut. Never mind, that was we all want to know what the ref's name is, don't we? Let's see who it is. Who could it be? It's Eddie Jordan. There he is. Yeah, the driving force behind this team. Good luck, Mr. Manager. Hair Manager. Rochen, man of the match so far on a 7. Dabby's ass takes a yellow card for smashing down Richard Knopper. Now some players are coming alive, but still not much going on. The ball gets trapped in. Teams go forward, not much happens. Constantine's probably had the best chance of the game so far. He had another one. Aceval makes a save. Knopper nearly getting lucky with something that wasn't meant to happen. Doulier, he's been having a good season so far. Involved in action. Knopper with a chance. He was the poorest player in the last match. That gentleman dead. Yeah, there was no chance about Stephen Hawking was either. At half time, Glebe having the better of the game is not something you usually get to say, so that's why I'm making sure I'm saying that there. Well, we've got Doulier at 86, Constantine at 84. A quick check of your setup as it is there. Bosnich, Hoffland, Frader. So again, 2 defenders on the bench and a goalkeeper. Constantine and Kesman. Badmouth Kesman enough to know that he scores goals when you do that. There'll be no changes for Glebe at half time. Just chant mean about him. One of the best looking cars. That Jordan 191 in 1991. Awesome car. Did very well. Any changes? Elefteropoulos, pushing himself back towards an 8 again for his average rating. What a season he's having. Pablo Rochin putting tackles in, doing well. Taribo West on an 8 as well there, ever present. George Atos has taken the place in the team from who was playing there before? Someone who was alright as well. Babayaro. I think it was Babayaro, wasn't it, on this team? I haven't seen anything if you have sent me anything about subs. So if you missed it, I've not seen anything. I haven't seen it. Text me if it doesn't get through. Ah, yes, I've seen it in the messages there. Right, okay, lovely. David's asked for Frader and Frader to centre back. Got that now. So does that mean you want it like that? One sweeper, 2 centre backs, and I suppose if Cerebral West is a left, you'd probably want that. There we are. Okay, that's what I'd have done in that situation, putting West there anyway. If you just let me know if you want to swap it back as soon as I get it. Either way, let's keep it that way. I suppose it doesn't make a difference. There's only one strike against him. Constantino it was, who was coming very close to scoring yet again. It's worrying when all the strikers are on 6s. Someone's going to explode with a finish later on. Not that way. Yeah, subs. Well, there's no forwards to come on. There's nobody playing forward at all. So these two will be remaining. I guess they could swap round, but who knows. 81s on Dulyai and Constantinu. They were the ones who were a bit lower to begin with. Performance-wise, George Atos again standing up to Tradza. I can't remember when he has a bad game, to be honest. And Cerebral West up there to an 8. We'll do a quick check of Glebe. Check into when they're playing next. 7 days, a whole week before they have a great rest against one of the top teams in the league, of course. Move it to long ball, we will do that. Knopper not having the best of performances then. To be honest, I'm not sure what the best thing to do here is. I think we're going to see Alan Johnston coming on for Knopper and Diop going to play in that role there. Okay. Long ball for Stout. We continue. Glebe pushing towards yet another 0-0. They score very, very few goals. At the moment, relying on other teams not scoring against them. Oh, we've had one disallowed. It was Kahan. And then Doyai comes down and scores at the other end. Oh dear. Rochin has missed. Jop had a free kick. And an injury now to Alessandro Tana. It absolutely pours on this team, doesn't it, sometimes? Velocianco will go and play at the back. And Cafes will come on. In fact, what he'll do is he'll switch places with Kahan. Dairy, mate. Whoa. What's happened there? Get it all over with. Dairy, Glebe. Yet again, scoring 0 goals. George Atos, 10 out of 10. And Dulyai with man of the match in a game where only 2 shots on target per team. Oh, that is a blow to Glebe, and a great result for Stout in the end to come through that one. Kesman, 8 passes out of 9 completed. That was all he did. Performance that just isn't clicking at all for Glebe. Just a quick look at their season there. Their recent run of fixtures, no goals in 5 consecutive games. Ballycastle and Shillelagh's. So again, same managers in here. Well played by the way, Mr. Manager, last time round. Changes afoot. We've got Pinger is out of the team as in comes Cristiano Ronaldo, who's now up to 4 for finishing. Oh, he's scoring goals when he had 2 or 3, whatever it was. Ballycastle set up. Look at the defensive midfield crisis here. Kuluzny, Giowan, Kovalchuk, Romoshenko. 4 of them in the same place. Onto the bench comes Milan Petkov. Starting today, Repka is in for Varga. Varga missed out for the first time this season as Repka returns from injury, but Grigera played well last game, so keeps his place. Ballycastle recently have scored just 1 in 3. Al F. Bridge, referee in this one. Scouting for victory. Early chances of Grigera and Podres coming close, but then down the other end it's an immediate straight there for Mark Overmars. It seems to be this manager just knows how to make teams perform. When my teams struggle to beat anyone that's not their own, that's that's going to prove problematic. Other than Portrush, of course, this is relegation battle going on. Pochettino taking a yellow card in the end. Semak brought down by Drozdov. Pavlak not having a good game so far. Pochettino certainly is, other than the yellow. The talking to then, I can't remember who was given the talking to. But was that Pochettino? I think he's got away with 1 red already this season by doing that. And now we've lost Nick Barmby to injury. Mr. left-sided forward. Carrier can play out wide. So will we see Rooney maybe? And Rooney and Ronaldo performing together? Here he's everywhere, eating his potatoes, his multiple forms of potatoes. He's Carrier winger. I think he can play on the right. Yeah, attacking mid right centre. Yeah, that's a position I remember him from is playing as a right-sided midfielder for Nantes. Yeah, Nantes. Lovely. Moving right. Ready for Barnby. Let's check the feet. Right only. Either. There we are. Happy days. Surprised not to see Castellano getting this role in the middle of midfield. No worries. There we go. That was amazing stuff before halftime. Do you want to make any other changes? Your team's looking fine. Generally, Carboni's just a little bit of a struggle there. Chances 2 shots each on target in the first half. And things just not quite working out at the moment for Ballycastle. Play on. Indeed. We do. Patrick Berger came forward. Semak ended up with a yellow card as a result. And a penalty. And Podres has scored a penalty. But Berger takes a yellow card now. Zubovsky. Oh, they've turned it around. No idea how. But they managed to score 2 goals in the game for the first time in 5 matches. Rooney Carboni. Oh, so close to pulling it back. The game has come to life. The game has come to life. And all it took was Nick Barmby to go off injured. He's not dull. Match ratings 6 for Carboni, still Drozdov and O'Shea. Struggling. Pochettino still performing his solid way. 8.5 tackle average. He's massive. A quick check of I've just been there. Ballycastle. Well, they make a change. Patrick Berger's usually the one to come off at this sort of stage. He does come off, and Petkov coming on for the first time since the opening match of the season. Carboni's going to come forward. I do it that way, I imagine. Happy with that. Scott Parker seeing teams scoring 2 goals against the side he's involved with for the first time in a long, long time. And lovely. Oakley. The last 30 minutes. We see more green. We see a yellow card for Thomas Repka. That's a surprise, isn't it? More chances for Shirley as it was. 20 minutes left. And a red card for Pochettino. If he was on a tightrope in the first half, say on a shoestring, it's a bit different. If he was on a tightrope in the first half, it now doesn't quite work out. The 8.5 tackles a game catching up with him and results in a red card. Are we just going to centralise? Yep, John O'Shea, one at the back. No worries, Scott. Thank you. I should have put your games in, but I'm just holding that game back for the title. Apologies. I hope all is well, and I'll just do what we do. Okay. Thank you very much. One at the back. Ballycastle. Will they make any changes? No. Okay. Podres with another chance. Podres does score. He makes it 3. Something happening for Ballycastle. All he's doing is opening a bigger gap to Glebe at the bottom of the table. Podres nearly getting a hat trick. And a yellow card for Drozdov. More chances. Smirtine, Jubovsky, Greshko. Castellano deserves more than a 7 for the end of that match there. Jubovsky with a 9. Shots totally different in the second half. Totally different. Shillelagh's Castellano has made 4 saves in there. Only ended up with a 7. Pochettino's red felt there. Grigera with 2 8s in a row. Pavlak going through with a decent performance. Patrick Berger, his place is under threat now in the lineup because he can't seem to perform for an hour. Jubowski with man of the match. So move on. I still will save the title for the end. Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game, and it's our 2 teams playing out against each other with 1 apiece today. Nesta, has he just come back from injury there with 30%? I would assume he has just returned from injury. Gash, yes, not quite back to it since he can go down to like 0% in those bits. Figo still wants out, and Rivaldo is now getting a little bit unhappy versus Samba. Captain for these, of course, Nesta would have been captain. Could go anywhere, couldn't it? There's a lot of leaders. There's a lot of leaders in that team. What I'll do is I'll send it into the game, and you can let me know when you want your thing. See what it picks, but you're free to choose. Shevchenko, it says. For Samba, we have some changes. Chitiva, is he making a debut here? No, he made his second game. He played very well last time out. And Ciso is given an arrow, and Zamorano gets a start in the changes. Let the game decide. So Shevchenko is, Otado is still looking a decent play at the back there for Samba, who need a win. David Shaft is holding the whistle. Really. Just 2 games to go today. And yellow cards of both teams, Jada and Guigu. An opener for Akoba. Notice the red cards are for the 2G. So yellow cards are for the 2 GGs. Montero is booked now. Cuevas coming close to making it 2 for Samba. And it is an action-packed game until now. Now I've said that. And we have an injury. And substitute-wise, Daniel Cruz is not really a centre-back. So, Guigu, probably a better option here. Enciso will go to the back though. Enciso makes perfect sense to go to the back. And I know that Fabian O'Neill, if I just check back to when O'Neill was having a run in the team, I think he played in the middle of midfield. So let's just have a look at this for when he was playing. Some lovely chants today. Absolutely beautiful. O'Neill, he played on the left wing in one game. He certainly didn't play in the left wing too many games. He didn't play in that one. I just don't want to make a mistake. When he came on in this game, he came on out wide. It's very hard to tell, isn't it? Very hard to tell. When he came on this game, he probably came on out. I think that's going to be the same game. Yeah. I think he's going to have to play in the middle of midfield, though. That's what I'll do. Because he can. Lots of deliberation, but I think that's the best thing to do. And as the ball comes forward for Samba, they look like they are still up for this one, despite the loss of Cordoba to injuries on a red. Is an injury. More chances for Samba. Vesterveld still on a 6. Half time it is. No shots for the draft. That is something. I know they've had no shots on target from 6 in one game, but no shots. Everyone in the 90s will go to your formation in a second. Players will be staying on there, but looking fine. It's Figo and Montella, but you don't take off Montella when he's top scorer in the division, or was top scorer in the division. Boom. Figo out for Inzaghi. Straight swap. Inzigo. That's it. Very good. Second half kicks off with all the I mean, there's a runaway freight train involved, isn't there? Oh, it's a glorious miss. A glorious miss. Not much to report from that. Changes that Montella's up to a 7. Figo went off and Inzaghi hasn't settled into the game too much just yet. Samba, this is where you were, Scott, if you were to have a look at your team. Go back to the draft. Some players, very, very little attempt on the ball. Like Roberto Carlos is seeing more of it than anybody else. Jeremy's is putting the challenges in as usual. with Giggs and Ortega. Very nicely put there, Mr. Manager, to their respective attacking midfields. Lovely. Every day when you're walking down the street. Yeah. Do you know who sang the Arthur theme tune? It's Diego Forlan. He didn't sing the Arthur theme tune. It would have been a wonderful kind of day if he had. He's had another chance to score. 2-0 it is for Sam, but Brett Emerton has pulled one back. This is going to be a tense place. As an original point of view. Forlan with another chance late on. Oh, we finish. And that's a huge, huge result for Samba. The changes that Scott's been making are working. It seemed like the draft were really going back into that one. 24 free kicks for the 22 offsides that Samba had. 22. Blimey. And in with the last bit there, great result for Chris Samba FC. To play football in the first half, yeah. Wasn't much football, was there? Definitely not. McTen Belfast, I think we go with the game on captain for these. Thierry Henry. Look at the strength of that side. Last match changes. Boya is in this match. Last time out, they were beaten 4-0. It's such a surprise. Andre hadn't had the best game. He had a shocker after one conceded in 4. But hopefully for this game, for them, they can do what they need to do. And we go over to Green Park Rangers. Can't have a ghost game, I guess, on this one. And Green Park Rangers, I'm just sending a quick message out to the manager. Let's see how they're set up. They're set up for, well, strength. This is going to be a massive clash. Edgar Davids is back after missing the last game. Gattuso is out. And we see Cannavaro looking strong alongside Yapstone at the back. Barthez. I know some managers who are big fans of Obi and Barthez, others aren't. Be a huge one. Okay, looking forward to seeing this one. George McCrisps. Will we see some crunching tackles? Or will it get a bit salty? Let's see the action. And it's simmed. Can't say live, can you? It's not really live. Oh, Kewell from Zeriberto's ball through, looking like the early chance, but it didn't go in. Still 0-0, 15 minutes into this one. Little to report, but Ronaldinho is trying to get a foothold in this one. Surely, as football cliche would say, football cliche would definitely say that a toe hold was a good grip and harder to do. 33 minutes into this one, we haven't seen any really massive chances. Ronaldinho, goalkeepers are doing well, so it just doesn't look like the quality of chances has been great. There's been just a lot of them. Van Nistelrooy gets that opening goal. Green Park Rangers are winning and would be top of the table as things stand. 5 out of 5 on target and 4 out of 6. This is decent. We have a check of how are they going to get on? Pass it on. Give it a little bit of time to have a look at that one. Green Park Rangers looking decent. Stan Collins not quite getting into the game as much as they'd want to. Nicky Franco and Vieri looking a little bit so far. we are going to see potentially something all good. Thank you. All good. No wonder it's all good. Great performance, as we've seen a lot of this season from Green Park Rangers. Nobody really suffering from either team. Let's make them suffer. Zeriberto, Henri. Henri with a big one, but doesn't go in. Going to the subs. I mean, Lee Bowyer gets the equaliser, and you got to say it was coming. He was definitely coming. Van Bommel and Stam, the Dutch and Northern Irish players, dead 8 as well, with his -3 for stamina, where he's got 6 still. Don't know what happens sometimes. Stamina just doesn't quite work for some. McMaster, Rayad, dead 6. Well, Master and what's his name? Rayad had 5 at the start. Poor. And we'll have a quick check on Big Time Belfast. They're looking jolly. Look at Vieri on a 6, but everyone else actually playing well. They've really come back into this game. There may be a change afoot for Green Park Rangers. We await this. We do. We see that Ronaldinho is going to move backwards and Crespo is going to come off for David Collins. Yep, jolly good. There we are. Scott is here. Excellent. Any changes? It's going to be Batistuta for Vieri. Oh, not Leicester Barrier. You couldn't resist the big game. Anymore. When I see how Batistuta gets on, he's been having a reasonable season, hasn't he? Doing a good job. I think that might be the one, but yeah, let's go for it. 30 minutes left in El Fastio. We should call it Bell Classico for the Belfast thing. I don't know. Something shocking. Nicky Ferenko, isn't he? He's now looking a bit alive. I thought he'd taken a bit of a knock a few minutes ago. I'm not entirely sure. Van Nistelrooy scores to make it 100 career league goals, it says there. Not this season. It's 2-2. And Walter Samuel it is with the equaliser. This is... Oh, Ronaldinho makes it 3. And Thuram squared up to one of his rivals. Saving the best game till the last, definitely. And we're going to see a final flourish. Crespo should have scored, but it doesn't matter. It's 3-2. There's not a bad performance on the pitch from anyone who stayed on at the end there. Quality game. Really enjoyed watching that one, to be honest. That was game of the day. Definitely. Zeriberto, man of the match. 5 key passes. Looking great. Over at the other side, performances all around the pitch from everybody. You can't fault the goalkeepers. I think they did a good job. I really enjoyed that one. And there are the results. We have Antrim 0, Portrush 4, Belfast, Big Time Belfast 2, Green Park Rangers 3 in the title chasing game. Ballycastle 3, Shillelagh's 1, The Draft 1, Samba FC 2, and World Cup Stout 1, Glebe 0. Glebe now 5 points adrift, waiting for that R to appear. Not scoring any goals, half the goals of anyone else. Up at the top, Green Park Rangers have a 2-point cushion as they take the lead of the table. The Draft and Portrush a bit further back. And then Stout, a very clear 5th place, living their life on their own before Shillelagh's, Antrim, Ballycastle, 1 point adrift of each, at 1 point apart there, and Samba just 2 further back. Team of the week is there today, and yeah, bit of a mix of clubs. Looks like a decent side. You won't be too disappointed to have those among your players in the first division. Distillery 5, Linfield 2, Glentoran 4, Glenavon 2, Updraft winning 3-0, Drumore 5-0, and Cookstown 2-1. As we see there, 43 goals in 12 games for Drumore. Only 7 conceded for Updraft, and Cookstown just with the 10-point gap back to 4th place at the moment, and a game in hand which could put them just 2 off the table lead at that point. Team of the week, Nicola Beneteau getting in for a rare thing there. Very rare. Ike Casillas on the bench. Sigaka Owen Mendes de Silva done, captain his side. Yakubu and Kivu, despite the fact he missed a penalty. Great round of games. So what I'll do is I'll get that saved. And we will be not calling it the real game week anymore because it's game week 15 for the first time this season. Next time round, fixtures. Midweek round, Drumore away to Cliftonville, Cookstown and Linfield at home. Cookstown and Updraft at home to Linfield and Glenavon respectively. In the Premier Division, just a 1 game Antrim versus Shillelagh's before I think that's so just 4 matches. We will get that in at some point soon. And again, just an extra save. Thank you to everyone for watching and for taking